What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the March 2021 update for the channel. There's been no channel growth since the February. We're still sitting at 8 subscribers. I'm still going to put out videos. They say the only way the channel grows is to keep putting out videos, so that's what I'm going to do. As far as the channel, that's all the news I got for you. Just a reminder, I do have a set of mass market paperbacks that I plan to do a giveaway on when we get 100 subscribers of Song of Fire and Ice. I have the first 5 books, all mass market paperback, all in like new condition. I got, if you've seen my book haul for February of 2021, I got a new set of those that are leather bound, really cool. I don't need this other set that I have, so I'm going to give it away to you guys. We're going to figure out how to do that later on, because right now 100 subscribers is a pretty big mountain to climb. So, with that being said, what is coming up for the channel? What is on my immediate TBR list? So I have, I believe, 6 books that I will be reading in the immediate future. I'm still finishing up The Way of Kings. I don't know if I'm going to do a book that size again on this channel for a while. If I do, I'm going to devote all of my time to that book. And so instead of videos coming out every week, it may be every 2 weeks. Those are massive books, over 1,000 pages. And with my schoolwork, it just takes a long time to read those. I don't have the time to devote to such a large book. And I'm not like a fantasy super fan. I do like fantasy. Most of my interest lies in sci-fi, horror, thriller, that type of stuff. But I know fantasy does really well on YouTube, and it's not that I don't like fantasy, because I do. It's just their books are so freaking thick that it's ridiculous. So, coming up, and some of these are held over. I know I've had them on for a few months now. I promise I'm getting to them soon. And the first is Full Moon, Jim Butcher. I know it's been a while since I did a Dresden book. It's coming, I promise. This will be probably one of the books of March. So it's coming. It's coming soon. If you're a Dresden fan and you saw my first video, you know how much I like these books. So it is coming. Next is a new series that I picked up, and I've almost bought all the books. I got it just because it was recommended by Stephen King, but after reading the synopsis of the book, it sounds really interesting, and that's Gone by Michael Grant. The whole Gone series is, I believe, 6 books, and then there's 3 books that happen after the series. If you don't know what this is about, like overnight, all the adults of the world just completely vanish, and the only thing that's left are infants, children, teenagers. There's no adults whatsoever. Sounds pretty interesting. It was recommended by Stephen King. Anything Stephen King recommends, I pick up. Next is Into the Dark by Claudia Gray. It's the next Star Wars book in the new Star Wars canon. Claudia Gray has written quite a few books now in the new canon, and they are all fantastic. If you haven't read any of her Star Wars books, highly recommend it. And then in my latest video on The Expanse, Leviathan's Wake, here is The Expanse Book 2 by James S.A. Corey, Caliban's War. And then I am finally starting the 50 States, 50 Scares. If you've not seen that video, don't know what that's about, I'll put a link either up here or at the end of the video to link you to that. Basically, the New York Times looked at horror novels that take place in every state and picked what they thought were the 50 scariest. There's actually 51 because they do include Washington, D.C. And then one of the, well, actually, I think it's two of the books they recommended are trilogies. So there's more than 50 books. I've been buying quite a few of them here lately. And the first one is The Elementals by Michael McDowell. And he has more than one book on the list, so I'm very interested in reading his. And then finally, because so many people have told me over and over that I need to read this, and it's not, for a fantasy, it's not terribly long. It's 500 pages. And a lot of people give me flack about that because I read Stephen King. If you look at Stephen King's work, 95% of his books are 500 pages or less. There's a very, very small percentage of his books that go over that mark. Everybody thinks of The Stand, they think of it, as these giant books. Those are his two largest, but he doesn't have a lot of books that push that 800 to 1,000 page mark when you consider like the 90-something books that he's written in his life. Most of his books, especially his earlier works, they're less than 400 pages. When you look at Carrie or like Firestarter, stuff like that, they're just shy of 400 pages. That's not terribly long. That can be read, for me in a week. You start getting over that, it's going to take 2 weeks for me to read. You get to like 1,000-page book with my school workload, you're looking at a month of reading. Even without a school workload and reading like 2 hours a day, 1,000-page book is probably going to take me around 3.5 weeks, if not longer. Really all depends on how good it is. But I've had a lot of people recommend this, so I picked it up a while ago. I'm finally going to check it out. Joe Abercrombie, The Blade Itself. This is book 1 in the first Law trilogy. I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. So this will be coming soon to the channel. That's the 6 books that are up. The only thing going on besides books, so nothing new when it comes to gaming. You can't find the new Xbox, you can't find the new PlayStation. Even if you could, what's the point of buying it? Because there are no games for it. I am still playing The Division 2. It wrapped up last week, I think it was. The final season, season 4, wrapped up. They released news that they are going to replay the seasons. So season 5 will be season 1. Season 6 will be season 2, and so on. A lot of people are complaining about that, and I'm actually kind of happy about it because there were a lot of rewards that I wanted to get that I wasn't able to get. My character just, it wasn't strong enough. There was stuff I couldn't do, and so there were weeks that I wasn't able to get any of the rewards. And now I have a little bit better character, a little bit better gear. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm really looking forward to the Resident Evil week coming back around because I want that mask. But when it comes to these loot games, my luck completely sucks. It's been like that with every single like loot-based game I've ever played, going all the way back to Star Wars Galaxies. Does anybody remember that one? It took me forever to get to Jedi. I had friends who they did it long before I did, and I know that doesn't have anything to do with loot, but yeah, going back to that was when I really got into like MMOs and stuff. The one that really hits home like how much loot games like hate me is World of Warcraft. I played that from day one until I want to say the Panda expansion. I don't even remember the name of that one, but I quit playing around that time, and I was always the last person to get their gear that they needed. Stuff never dropped, no matter how many times we ran, raids and stuff. Never got what I needed. It was horrible. Another one that hits home like that is I don't even remember the name of the game. Borderlands. That was another one. All that game was like The Division, just nothing but loot drops. I could never get what I was looking for. And so right now on the Division 2, I am trying to get the Chameleon assault rifle. Never drops. I'm trying to get the Memento backpack. It never drops. There's a couple other exotics that I'm trying to get, and they never drop. I've followed like everything I've seen online. Look for the increased loot drops of that item. That never works. If I go to like the summit and I change it to what I want, because that's another strategy I heard was do the summit, choose your own loot allocation, what you want to drop, and you'll get it. I can't tell you how many floors I've cleared on the summit, and I cannot get anything to drop. I pull a lot of like purples, very, very few gold, and I think I've maybe once got a exotic loot drop on the summit. So it never happens. But that's all I have for you on this update video. If you play the Division, let me know your strategy. What games are you playing right now? Comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button so you know when my next video is coming out. That's all I got for you on this one. Till next time, read more books.